The graphical representation of the product builder pattern then is pretty straightforward. You have requirements, engineering, architecture definition and evaluation, testing, integration, component development for the specific product that has to be built. There's a variant on this called the product gen pattern. You can think of product production as existing on a scale of, on one end, it's purely manual assembly and coding of everything, and on the other end, you can generate an entire system by feeding in the requirements and pushing a button and having the integration and product generation done automatically. In practice, most organizations are somewhere along that spectrum with respect to the generative capabilities or the automated capabilities that they bring to product production. Is anybody here using any kind of generative capability in your software development efforts? Or if not completely generative, at least some sort of automated way of getting away from cranking out systems one line of code at a time?
A lot of the satellite flight software on the bus, they tend to do all the work in MATLAB and Simulink and then auto-generate the product from there. And
yes.
Test it out. If it doesn't work, they'll go back, tweak things, regenerate the code.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that kind of support.
In environments that we're often operating in where you have to deploy into multiple test environments in succession and things, then as part of the build has a deploy type angle to it because it has to be deployed into the successive test environments,
right,
and so forth. So you tend to see a little bit more, perhaps you've got to get the two going in tandem, that you've got to be improving your build processes but improving your deployment processes, because it's all about the repeatability of the constructed environment.
Yeah. Yeah. So any sort of automation that can help you with this whole idea of product production. And these are the kinds of things you can build on if you take on software product lines. Is anybody looking at or doing any work in the area of using model-driven architecture, MDA, and support tools for that?
Things inside the product. People in NASA are using a model-driven approach to development, which is called STARS. They're actually, inside the program, they're building additional support for the tools that they have. They basically work on state machines, and they generate code from that, and they have other tools that allow them to have test harnesses built on top of those models and add validation code.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm getting at for product line support. A nice basis there for that kind of automated help.
Right, where something like MDA is a tool in the toolbox rather than being the entirety of the way of doing things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another tool called Enterprise Architect from Spark Systems, where it allows you to draw a lot of component diagrams and
have a graphical approach to creation and assembly.
And then it creates a requirements document from that information that we put in.
Yeah.
So that's another one.
Yeah.